Welcome back, everyone. This is all the stuff for my 20-gallon setup for my convict cichlid crystal. She's got a bit of an attitude, so she can't be in the larger tank with all the other cichlids, but I still love her either way. I went with the top fin all-in-one 20-gallon setup. I really do like these all-in-ones. I use the 55. Same setup. Comes with the filter, lid, light, heater, net, almost everything you need. I don't usually use all the stuff comes with it, but it's nice to have. I went with the 100-watt top fin heater that comes with it. They seem to be pretty reliable, and I do like them. I went with the Nightcrew Classic LED Plus Aquarium light. I've never tried this model of their light before, but thought I'd give it a try. Hopefully it works pretty good. Other lights do work pretty nicely for growing plants. And to use that, you kind of need a glass top. I like having a glass top, keeps the heat in. I live in a colder climate, so it's never a bad idea to try to keep as much warmth as you can in the aquarium. Although I am jealous of people who have open rimmed open ones. The wood comes out the top. It does look pretty cool. All right, and we went with the Seacrum Title 35 hang on back aquarium filter. I've never tried the Title 35 before, but it's got okay reviews, and I thought I'd give it a try. One thing I kind of find weird is how their inlet is so much higher and everybody else has kind of something that comes down a little lower, but we'll see how it works. I went with the Aquarium Co-op battery backup air pump because I like to have at least an air stone or something in there. And I guess you never know when the power's gonna go out, so it's never a bad idea. A little bit of spiderwood and some carapace, or however you say it, mountain stone. I've used it in different setups, really do like it. Went with the Aqua Natural Gold Pearl gravel for the substrate. And of course the Fluval Stratum soil, because it works so good for growing plants. Got some different Amazon swords and a couple different things to put in this one, but I think she's gonna turn out pretty good. And I will catch back up with you when I get the aquarium up on the stand and start getting some stuff in. All right, aquarium's up on the stand, all wiped out. And I started getting my bags of Fluval Stratum soil and gravel mix in there. I just put a little bit of egg crating down right there because I don't think that's going to be an area she's going to dig out, so I don't think I had to have a bag there. And just in case I decide to put a rock there, it's nice that it'll never touch the glass, but it's starting to look pretty good. Get a little bit of gravel in there and then start getting the rocks in. I'll try to find a good angle where you guys can kind of see what I'm doing, but we will see. All right, catch up with you then. All right, started getting some things in, but This is what I've started to come up with, trying to make at least like a cave crystal can kind of hang out in. Doesn't always look like the most natural thing, but I'm liking how it looks at the moment. And I will try to remember to press play and not bore you too much with me sticking rocks in and out, but at least maybe try to get you at least to see more than my little updates like this. All right, and we carry on. All right, all the rocks are in. After a lot of pulling rocks out and putting rocks back in, I think this is the one I like the most. Got a couple little caves for Crystal to hide in. She can kind of dig down in there and make them into her own little home. Gonna have some stem plants kind of coming up from the back there. And I think I'm gonna have a big Amazon sword that I have from another aquarium kind of coming from that back corner. And then I think I might do a little bit of Anubis and probably some dwarf sag. I really like Valsnalia, but might be a little too big for this aquarium. All right, well, get her filled up with water and see what she looks like. Hopefully everything doesn't start to sink down on me. All right. Okay. Slide forward. Get the filter situated on here. There works pretty good. Flow coming down shouldn't disturb the plants too much if I kind of keep them a little bit that way and that way. I have to run a heater, so I think possibly just on this side, or maybe try to tuck it in the back sideways. And then the plants will come over it and kind of cover the heater so you won't see it. Yeah. All right, all filled up. I had to put a rock on top of there because I thought the way I had it lodged in there, it was going to be fine. I glued a bunch of the rocks together in different spots, but I thought a piece of wood would be fine, but I was wrong. And when it was filling up, as you can see on the time lapse, it kind of popped up. So I'm just going to leave rock on it for a little bit. I usually take my wood and put it in a bucket and try to soak it and get some of the tannins out first, but this one wouldn't fit in a bucket very easy. All right. Looking good though, nothing sank down all weird or nothing. See how high I have that built up back there. All right. Well, I gotta take one or two of the plants out of another aquarium and then get all the plants ready to go. I know some people like to plant when it's dry, but I kind of like to plant when there's water in there, especially like stem plants and stuff, because it's hard to know what it's really gonna look like when there's no water in there. But but I really like it. I think it'll even start to look better when the plants get in there. All right. All right, got a couple more plants in there. I got some Hygrophila pinnatifida. Came in and it didn't look very good. Had to chop most of it off, but a little bit of it's starting to come back. Planted a little bit of it in this corner and you can see it's starting to grow a little bit. Got a crypt right there. Actually the first time I've ever had a cryptocorn, so hoping it doesn't completely melt back and goes pretty good. Got the Anubis up in the corner there. I'm hoping the Rotella green starts to grow up from that corner and kind of fill up that back area. And then I got another sword right there and that big sword up in the corner. That kind of hides the heater if you see it sitting back there. Oh, there's a shrimp swimming by. Aquarium's been going for another week. And I have a little bit of dwarf sag that I kind of just want to plant around. I might move this Hygrophila polysperma, or however you say it, in the front here. I haven't decided, but I kind of like it there. But yeah, I'm gonna add a couple more of those, and then I'll get back to you. All right, it's the next day. All the plants are in, looking good. The dwarf Sagittaria definitely did add to it. I do like it. I really like Valsinalia, but it's a bit of a small tank for Valsinalia because it sure does take over. So dwarf Sag is kind of a, dwarf Sagittaria is kind of a nice, smaller version, I almost call it, because it kind of has runners, runs around. Just has smaller, thinner ones. I do like it though. And I'm really hoping this Rotella green, that you can kind of see in the back there, starts to grow up and take over that background. And this pinnatifida will start to grow. That one already has some coming up, so that's gonna start to look really good. Cryptocorn really isn't melting away. I think this one turned out really good. We'll see how this Seachem title filter goes. First time ever using one, so we'll see. I do find it a little weird how like it really doesn't extend down near the bottom, kind of like all the rest do. I find that a little weird, but we'll see how she works. Nice to try different things. And I think this one turned out pretty good. Almost gonna have to trim this already, and I think I might trim that and the polysperma and put a little bit in the background for it to grow in the back, also with the Rotella green. But yeah, I think Crystal the convex cichlids really gonna like your new environment. Got a nice cave in there, and I'm sure she'll do some digging and moving things around. It's had water in it for quite a bit now, and also there's some Neocaridina shrimp running around in here, and some mystery snails, if you can see one on the rock over there. Oh, there's one of the shrimps. We got some more mystery snails. And everything's tested out really good. So I think I'll put her in here in the next couple of days. Just want to give those other plants a little bit of time to grab hold of the gravel, because she has been known to just tear plants out of the gravel and make things the way she likes it. But her attitude is one of the things I really do like about her. Such a personable fish. All right. Well, thank you to everyone who watches.